Hi, this is Tom. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to do a video on showing how to use NotebookLM to do podcasts. And I remember watching a reaction video to someone the first time they heard Bohemian Rhapsody, and he said, "Where have I been?" And that's how I felt because I don't know how I missed this tool, but it's I'm really enjoying it, and I'm just using it. I'm not really using it the way it was designed to use, but I like the podcast feature of it. I think it's really cool. So I'm going to show how to do that, just that one thing. So what I did was I have a PDF, and I'm going to use this PDF as the source. And you can have any number of sources that you want, but I'm just going to use one source just to show this. So you just go to notebooklm.google.com. You have to have a Google account, and then you can just use it. Okay, so I'm going to click on Create New, and I'm using a link from a website. So click on Website Link, and I will paste the PDF. And I found that PDFs work well. So I'll talk some more about this while it's generating the PDF because that takes a little while. So I'll talk about things I've discovered while it's doing that. And then the other thing I'm going to grab here is this is a customization for it. So it's just um, giving a guidance about uh, about what to focus on when doing the podcast. And I actually used ChatGPT to write this, but you could easily write something yourself. But um, it's going to provide an overview and focus on some of the more popular ones, is the idea. Okay. And so here it's generating the podcast, and it says this may take a few minutes, no need to stick around. And so while it's doing this, I'm going to talk about what I've found out in playing around with it. And what I have been doing is I've been working with ChatGPT alongside with the Notebook LM to put the two together. So it has a number of ways that you can give it input. And one of the ways is I'm a little hesitant to be clicking around, moving around, because I don't know if it makes a difference on the, I don't want to mess up the generation here. But if you click on Add Source, then one of the options is to copy and paste text. So I've used that quite a bit because I can work with ChatGPT, and then I can have ChatGPT write an article, for example, on the thing that I'm interested in on the podcast doing. And that works quite well because ChatGPT can write things that can be superior to what you might see on a website, for example. So you might go to a website to get an idea of what you want to do, and then uh, you can kind of flesh it out with ChatGPT. Or you can use ChatGPT if you want to generate content. You can have ChatGPT interact with it to get the content that you want and then do a podcast on it. Here, I'm not using, these are the two ways that I've used it. So one is to generate content. So that's when I have an idea of what I want it to do. So I know what I want the output to be, and I just want to have it to be in podcast form as kind of another entertaining way of presenting some idea that I have. And then the other way of using it, which I've been doing more of, is just to create podcasts for myself on some subject that I'm interested in. And I found that PDFs work particularly well for that because a lot of the websites are just really skimpy in what they have. Also, it will accept YouTube videos. And I found that um, that may work, depending on the YouTube video. But the way it works is it just going to grab from the transcript of the YouTube video. Some of those can be really thin. So probably you could have a really long YouTube video because the transcript for that wouldn't be that large. And that's what it's actually using. But where the value can come from a YouTube video is that the content creator will have already put in, thought on how to put together the material that he's presenting. So that's another option that you could use. So I'm going to try. I don't think it should matter if I click to another browser. So I'll do that. So this is the UNESCO site, and what I'm looking at is the. I just grabbed a picture from something pretty from Los Glaciares National Park. And if I go to the main um, website, it has over 1,000 websites that from all over the world. And the website can let you look at different things. And my purpose for the podcast is to give myself an introduction to the heritage sites and um, kind of interested in what it would come up with. Wow, look at all these dots you can see from all over the world. Let's see how this is going here. It takes a few minutes for it to to create the podcast. Um, Maybe about 5 minutes, and I just wanted um, uh, to give an idea of sort of what it looks like. I might, yeah, good, perfect. All right. So it's 19 minutes and 37 seconds. So I'm not going to play all that, but I'll play like the first minute or two, and you can create a link. So I'll just click on the share button, and I will go to copy share link, and then I'm going to go to my blog, and you can use obviously anything to do this, but I keep this in my blog. I have links, and so I create the link that I want. Okay, and then this will be UNESCO heritage sites. Uh, see UNESCO heritage sites, and then let's see. So let's go back to the podcast, and then so you can copy and paste this, and anybody can use this. So I'll include this in the description of my video if you're interested in hearing the whole podcast. But this is just basically a proof of concept just to show how it works. So I'll go ahead and start
All
this.
right, so get ready, because today we're going deep into something incredible.
Deeper than we've ever gone before.
Exactly. It's like we're handing you a VIP pass to travel the world,
Uh-huh.
but all from the comfort of, well, wherever you're listening to this.
That's right. No passport needed for this adventure.
And the destination, the one and only UNESCO World Heritage List.
Ah, yes, the ultimate bucket list. It's humanity's greatest hits, you could say.
Greatest hits. I like that. But okay,
All right, so that gives an idea, I think, of what it's like. The podcast, where it has this all AI, of course, it has a male and female voice, and I find it kind of an interesting way of listening to things because we process information in different ways, and I think hearing a conversation is an easy way for us to obtain information. So that's something that I liked about that. So I think, well, just maybe I was going to stop the video here, but I might just reiterate that I like using ChatGPT to do this work. Let's see what I have here on ChatGPT, just because um, I'll just show some things I've been doing with it to give an idea. So I was working with a list before of the states that had the highest rankings, and so I was able to work with the ChatGPT to get it to print out some things. Let me go to my blog. That'll be the easiest way to show what I've been doing with ChatGPT. So if I go to my blog here, what I've been doing is, say, for top 10 beautiful cities. So here it has an article that it wrote, that ChatGPT wrote on the top 10 beautiful cities. And then it got this information from different websites and then put it together. And then I can go to the notebook. And for add source for that, you have pasted text. You just click on here and then you just paste, copy paste the text there. So I had ChatGPT prepare that for me. And I've done a number of ones using articles from ChatGPT. I have to do a podcast. That works really well. Let's see, let's look at another one. I've got uh, why these cities made the list of the top 10 beautiful cities list. So here, ChatGPT explained its criteria for selection. Let's see, I'll just, here I've got ideas for podcasts. So I talked with ChatGPT to got just some ideas on here. These are just uh, types of file types that would work well. Sorry, that's on this one here. So PDFs, that's what I've been working with, but it gave me other ideas about what would work well as different inputs. And then here we've got ideas on what topics would work well with this sort of output or input. And then here's another one. This was on the Navajo Code Talkers, which is really interesting if you've not heard of those before. And then it gave me a list of PDFs to use. And then here I use quite a number of them. Now, some of these won't work, and so that's fine because I have a list of, 7. So if a couple of them don't work, what will happen is you go to your notepad and you do the add source. Well, actually, it's right here. You'll do the add source, do the PDF, just like I did before, and then it'll come back here, and it'll show like an eye with a red circle, and then you can just go and click and remove the source if it doesn't work. Okay, I think that's enough information for playing around with it, but it's really easy to use. It's a lot of fun, and I've enjoyed using ChatGPT just to help me find websites, sometimes to write articles, and also to brainstorm with for ideas. So hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Until next time.